Hi everybody, it's Erin Scott here with the Alchemy of Holism. So much love to all of you. Thank you for your patience. I've been needing some quiet space and time. I've needed to focus on work for clients. I've needed to go within with regards to a variety of things. But I'm bringing forward a bit of a different modality for the messages coming through for you for this month, but the art alchemy scopes, the art channeled alchemy scopes will likely return, and they'll likely return soon, but I wanted to give you something now that is the narrative coming through for your growth processes for the Leo new moon partial solar eclipse cycle that we're in now. It started on August 11th. It's going on till the middle of September. But before we get started on the individual signs, I want to tell you that I went into ritual, and of course I pulled the data, the cards from the Isis Oracle this month, and I went outside to take a photo of your particular card that came forward, the message that came forward for you, and I was surrounded by playful, loving, sociable, whimsical chipmunks. So where I happened to go and sit was right by a river, and there was I guess a declined area with rocks where they have their homes, right? So this is the deal. I didn't plan that place to take the photos for your cards, for your messages this month. Chipmunk is definitively a collective narrative, a collective message, a collective growth edge for all of us to meet. It's a maturation point, everybody, for all of us. There were probably 6 or 7 chipmunks that were playing at my feet. They were climbing up the plants. They were roaming around the rocks. They were all over the place. This is the meaning of chipmunk, everybody. Okay? And by the way, I'm reading this from Dr. Stephen Farmer's Spirit Animals book. All right? This is the meaning of chipmunk. Trust that you're well protected and that there is no real danger that you'll have to face. Be curious and willing to investigate anything of interest that comes your way. Go out for walks, and when you do, take the time to pause and explore anything that attracts your attention, from the tiniest pebble or flower to the vista that's on the horizon. Once you've completed a creative piece or project, keep it to yourself for a few weeks before revealing it to others. Pay more attention to the vocal characteristics of those you encounter. The volume, the pitch, the inflection, other than the actual words. This is helping you to discern the reality of the person beyond speech, beyond what they're saying. So chipmunk is definitely bringing forward a relaxed, curious way of being. This is about allowance and being in nature, but also being in how nature operates. Certainly with the chipmunk, chipmunk is very playful, very curious, super social, and very much at ease, not afraid at all. That's what came forward today, and then certainly reading it here, it just absolutely is what it's about. This is also saying connect with nature, everybody. So a reminder that nature it has a frequency. And when we disconnect from technology and from the mental minutia that we get tied up and distracted in, when we disconnect from that and embed in nature, we remember our natural frequency state. That's the benefit of nature. So it connects us. It's like plugging ourselves in to the motherboard. And I know I have needed abundant amounts of that of late, the last year, a year and a half, So I would say to you, honor the chipmunk energy that's coming forward, have fun with it, relax. There's a lot going on in the world, and it is absolutely critical to participate, and be responsible and accountable to keep yourself grounded, clear, calm, and discerning. Really important. And I loved what Stephen said here about the chipmunk, about seeing beyond or sensing beyond the spoken word, because it's about all the other ways by which we know the world. So there's a lot there, and let's go ahead and get on to the signs. I have sales happening on multiple levels of my services. For those interested, the link is below. I'll talk about it more at the end of the video. Much love. Bye-bye. Cancer, hello, it's Erin here. So let's take a look at what's coming forward for you for your month ahead. What I tapped into was, as I always do, your natural unfolding growth cycle. So what is the narrative that's unfolding to evoke the growth that's now called for you? What's coming forward for you from the Isis Oracle, from Alana Fairchild, is the Temple of Black Obsidian. So this is what the meaning of this cycle is about for you. This is about the dark healing chamber. Beloved initiate, the most challenging task is not to confront an external enemy, but to take courage in both hands and journey within, to meet our own dark self and begin the healing task of bringing love, acceptance, and light to it. That is the sacred purpose of any enemy, within or without, to bring us more deeply into our own being as we seek to find and heal the darkness within. The Temple of Black Obsidian is a ruthlessly honest place of raw love and healing, truly profound and lasting. Deep relief and transformation can occur here. Black obsidian is protective and it's revealing. It will prevent harm from external or internal forces, but it will also reveal that which has been lurking in the shadows of the self, trying to avoid being brought out into the open for fear of condemnation. The biggest challenge we face in entering the Temple of Black Obsidian is our own unwillingness to love and accept all parts of ourselves. The initiate who is invited to enter the Temple of Black Obsidian enters into his or her own shadow, the part of us that is hidden from our own awareness and is usually only experienced in relationship to others, quite often as projection. Lady Isis, as the dark priestess of the Temple of Black Obsidian, invites you now to confront the parts of your own ego that you have denied previously. Why? Because in doing so you will gain more freedom, come to know yourself more wholly, and you will find that life experiences, opportunities, relationships, and breakthroughs that you have not been able to reach will suddenly become available to you. The dark chamber always leads to the light chamber, but one cannot avoid the initiation of the Temple of Black Obsidian on the pathway to more light. Isis will assist you in preparing for this journey by encouraging you to not allow yourself to become your own worst enemy. Most of the fear we have before the dark chamber of healing is the fear of our own self-criticism and self-rejection. Isis declares that readiness for the dark chamber requires a willingness to exercise non-judgment, compassion, and a readiness to accept the self in all of its expressions. To safely enter the dark chamber and be healed, you must be prepared to give yourself love unconditionally. You must be able to recognize judgments that you hold toward yourself, not as truths, but as old patterning. This is why the successful initiation of the dark chamber is a truly advanced stage of soul development. The heart has become willing to love unconditionally, and the initiate must be able to witness feelings that arise with kindness and acceptance, but not fall into them overwhelmed, crushed, or deflated by any darkness found within. It is worth the challenge because finding peace from pain, self-criticism, self-doubt, fear, and self-judgment through healing in this temple is a gift beyond measure. Cancer, what I'm going to do here is I'm actually going to read the ritual that Alana writes here for you, simply because of this process that you're moving through this month. So this is about the ritual, and I recommend that you grab a paper and a pencil for those interested. First, find a peaceful, quiet place to lie down and rest, or sit comfortably where you will not be disturbed and can close your eyes and focus on your breath, taking your awareness inside. Become aware of a vast, open, dark space within you, reaching high and wide and filled with a sense of peace. Within that dark space, you become aware of a beautiful winged goddess in a long white robe with a solar headpiece and a crescent moon on her forehead. Her neck and arms are piled with jewelry made of black obsidian, which gleams in the darkness, reflecting the light of her aura and white robe, signifying her great inner sight and wisdom. She gazes at you thoughtfully and then directs your awareness to a great temple in the distance, as if by invitation. If you wish to remain with her here, simply receive her blessed presence into your heart. Rest until you feel ready and then open your eyes. If you wish to continue, follow the remainder of the ritual guided here. If you wish to proceed to the temple, you will be instantly taken there with her now. At the temple entrance, there is a small antechamber, and as you step inside, you see that it is lined with rose quartz in soft pink, cool shades. The Lady Isis in her white robes is with you. She suggests that you take as much of this endless love energy that fills the antechamber of rose quartz into your being. It will support you in the temple of black obsidian that lies deeper within the temple complex. You can do this by allowing it to penetrate your heart until you are full as you can be. The lady also offers you a small golden bottle which she has filled with the pure love energy. You can choose to take her gift with you into the dark chamber. Feel the love in your heart and say aloud, quote, I am filled with love, unconditional now, and I commit to love, honor, and accept myself no matter what I see. I am human, light, and dark, and I have been all things. I love all things, and I know that I am none of those things. I am a divine soul. I love, forgive, trust, and rescue myself from criticism now. Through my own free will as a sovereign being of light, so it be, unquote. She steps back from the entrance to the temple and you step through it, entering into the dark chamber paved completely with gleaming black obsidian. The energy within the chamber is neutral, and the darkness of the volcanic glass reflects you at all angles and surfaces. You sit quietly in the center of the temple and become aware of the softness of the rose quartz energy that exists within your heart. You may see, sense, or feel all parts of you reflected in this dark chamber. You can become aware of yourself in totality. What is your feeling of this? Is it peaceful? Confronting? Are you frightened? Is it loving? Or is it a combination of all of these things? If you can, send the love in your heart, the rose quartz energy, in all directions. gently touching every surface of the chamber that reflects you back to yourself. If you begin to feel fear, hate, panic, or rejection, send more love. And if you find it difficult to do this, imagine drinking the gift in the bottle from the Lady Isis, the strong love that she gifts you, which will conquer any fear. If you choose to withdraw from the temple at any time, if the process becomes too intense, Isis will guide you back through the rose quartz antechamber, back with love in your heart, honoring your boundaries and your needs. If you choose to remain in the dark chamber, after some time, as you become peaceful in this space, it will open up like a pyramid unfolding from the inside, and you can step out of the top of it, whole and replenished. Lady Isis greets you and offers you another gift, a blessing of pure golden light in your heart. Be aware of your heart and your breath, acknowledging that you have done well. Return to your body, now fully. When you are ready, just open your eyes. Cancer, it's going to be a beautiful month of opening and growth, of healing and of reholing the parts that have been disseminated and suppressed and oppressed, like I actually was just talking about with Gemini. So I wish you much love for your journey over the course of the month ahead. The art scopes will return. More videos will be coming forward. In the meantime, I send you much love, and a reminder to those of you interested in my services, because there are many that go much deeper than what I'm providing on YouTube. There are sales, really good sales going on throughout August, and the link is below the video. Until soon, much love. Bye-bye.